Harry Potter fans have a good reason to feel excited as Warner Brothers has announced that shooting on their upcoming Harry Potter universe film Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them has officially started shooting as of today. The film is being directed by four-time Harry Potter director David Yates and stars Academy Award winner Eddie Redmayne as the lead character Newt Scamander, Colin Farrell, and Ezra Miller. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is set some 70 years before Harry Potter attends Hogwarts and centers on Newt Scamander, a magizoologist who's penning a book about magical creatures. As Harry Potter fans likely know, the eventual textbook would go on to be studied at Hogwarts by students, including Harry Potter. John, buy or sell Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
I'm really impressed with how easily you say magizoologist.
Right?
You said it very well. I buy it. Look, this doesn't feel to me what I was afraid of at first. At first, when they started talking about this, it felt to me like every film in Hollywood history is made to make money, so I get that. But it did feel like a quick cash grab. It felt like, oh, let's just capitalize on this. But the more I think about it and the more I look about what it's about, it's not really a prequel per se because it's set 70 years in the past. I don't know what happens to this Newt dude. I don't know if he becomes Voldemort. Well, no, we know he doesn't. But I'm saying, I don't know if he's the one who turns Voldemort evil. We don't know we know nothing about this guy really. And so the directions this could go in is just basically anywhere. They've assembled a remarkable cast, like a really first-rate cast. So it's feeling more and more to me like Warner Brothers didn't just put this together. It's like, oh, we need another Potter film. And it felt like, no, we've got a great story here. Let's put this to screen. So for that reason, I'm going to buy it. Schnepp?
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. I mean, especially because it's got Eddie Redmayne. If you haven't seen Jupiter Ascending, I think one of the knock it out of the park performances is his whisper screamo, king of the known universe, whatever the hell he was. Him and his brother and sister fighting over like liquid, human milk tissue or whatever. You got to see that movie.
You really don't.
You really don't. But you should. I think you really should see it. And I can't wait for Fantastic Beasts. It is a money grab. Why not admit it? Because, they were like, look, Rowling, get back at that keyboard and write us another Potter film. Make us a trilogy. Screw it, a quadrilogy. I don't care. Just give us something. What about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? We'll take it. They didn't even know what it was. She just started writing it. She's just eating a crumpet. Went back to her little coffee house in Edinburgh. There it is. And you know what? I'm excited about it because everything she wrote was fantastic. I love the Harry Potter series. And I think them going back to a series like this, which was so full of magic and fun, why not keep going back to this universe, especially if the actual person who created this universe is willing to go back to it? Remember, she was like, I'm done. I closed the book. And then I'm sure that sound of that beep, beep, beep. There's like, what's that? It's 400 trucks filled with gold bullion and these other things, the weird things that you ask for, like red pandas and other strange, obtuse, like the 4 last white rhinos. They're here they come. And this, everything she asked for, it's like, all right, just leave it there. Here's the book. I buy it.
So you're saying she actually asks for Fantastic Beasts before she was going to write the Fantastic Beasts?
So.
And Where to Find Them.
I would seriously, if anybody out there can please tweet to us, I would love a mashup poster of Fantastic Four and Where to Find Them. If you could send me that poster, I would love to see it. Okay, anyway, Mark, buy yourself.
You can find them on Skid Row. I think that I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this story because, you're right. The movie sounds fantastic. David Yates is actually the name more so than Rowling or anybody else that stands out to me because he knocked Harry Potter out of the park.
He really did.
So many times. He knows this universe. One of the great things about the Harry Potter films to me was the way they juxtaposed what the real world was like and then this magical fantasy land that you go to that also is in existence somewhere. Are they going to do that with this movie, or is this all going to take place in that realm? That's one of the big early questions I have. The cast looks tremendous. Colin Farrell, I think he's great. Eddie Redmayne was amazing as Stephen Hawking, and he deserved the Oscar. But you're right, the Jupiter Ascending thing, it's hard to get that performance out of my head. But overall, this is the big buy for me. This looks really good. And when I heard the news, I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like a cash grab. I don't really need to go back to this universe. But it's 70 years before any of this took place. So there's a lot of room in there for this guy Newt to either be good or bad or die or continue to live.